Excuse my music if everybody heard it. Been playing my music here. Hi, everybody. It's been a bit. My cup from the trip I took to Salem. I go there once a year. I pick up my herbs for my practice. Visit the local shops. Curtains are moving today. That's strange. So I got the rim pot on today, candle lit. I want you to pay attention to the flame. We'll be doing some readings with the flame. You guys can ask questions, a yes or no question, maybe to the left, maybe to the right. That's one way I do of things. Hello. So the candle flame is pretty up there. And that's the purpose of being that way, because I wanted you guys to see. You can do a form of divination with a yes or no with the way the candle flame moves. The rim pot is on, as you can see. Tracy Spencer, hello from Kentucky. I haven't been on, guys. I've been really, really extremely, when I say extremely busy, you know, we ended up getting strep throat at the house. Well, you guys knew that the last live. April, hi. Hi, everybody. I went on my vacation, spent a couple weeks out there. Just been back and forth, my business, my job here, basically 7 days a week stuff been going on. D White, hi. Gypsy, hello. Lane, Catherine, Lisa, hi, everybody. Tonight we're going to be doing some different things on here. We're going to do case discussions like we always do, which is one of the things that I've come to love about you guys, because you guys pick the person. I pull up what's going to come through. Also, we're going to be doing a cleansing. This is the big bottle I have. I usually don't use plastic. I prefer you use glass if you can. This is a herbal cleansing for your home. It is very pungent, but it does the job. It alleviates the heaviness in your home of any anger or anxiety or anything like that you've been through the week, and it just sticks in your house. So this stuff is pretty pungent, but it does the job, like I said. So I'm going to teach you how to make that. We're going to be talking about sage, lemon, and salt, crystal grid, salt in your shoes. And we're going to be doing some card readings. We're going to be talking about live discussions, like I said. Also, I'm going to be doing something new. I'm going to be remote viewing from. I'm awaiting I have my own paranormal investigation team, but I think it'd be better to do it on an outside source. If a paranormal investigation team wants to get a hold of me on here, please do so. They'll go into a building I won't know anything about, I have no knowledge of, and I will remote view from here to wherever they are, and I will pick up on things in the place that they are. Like I said, I won't have any knowledge of it, their location, anything, literally anything. Miss L. Palmer from Wisconsin, hi. Laura, hello. Ren, Miss T. So everybody, I definitely have some things set up for us tonight. I'm giving you guys the option to give me the first few people you want to talk about in open discussion cases, because you guys know I leave that up to you, because that way I don't have any knowledge of anything except for, if it's probably ones we've already worked on. I don't suggest that. I suggest different things, different people in different areas. Okay. So also to those who are on my Facebook, if you're not on my Facebook, send a friend request. I have about 150 requests I still have to go through, so be patient. I'm going to be posting pictures from Salem there. They're pretty cool pictures. I have several with the buildings that are quite old, and I've taken pictures of the windows where you have energies looking back at me. Some are of spectrals just swaying back and forth. One is very detailed. It's a man, he has to be from the 1700s or the 1600s, looking back at me in the window. You guys will see it if you're on my Facebook. Tracy Spencer is the first one to ask about a Norma Brown and missing is a woman missing from Kentucky. So that will be the first one we talk about tonight. Then first come, first serve, so to speak. Lily and Jack Sullivan, we've already done that, Denise. I've already done the initial on that. I mean, I can try to, but like I said, I would rather it be something different. So it's, you know, it's different from what we've been doing. And I'm hearing Jack Sullivan specifically. So I feel when something does come out, if it does come out, Jack Sullivan will be. Is there a Jack? Yes, Jack Sullivan. That's his last name. Okay. Jack Sullivan, you will hear about first in the case. Whenever it does break, if it breaks, the little boy will be first. They will talk about him first because I'm hearing his name loud and clear. Okay, so we'll start off. Let me just write down the names so I don't forget because, like I said, the first 5. So Tracy Spencer. So for her, it was a Norma Brown. From Missing Woman from Kentucky. Okay. And then it was obviously Jack and Lily. Poor sweeties. Loving My Babies is on here. I love you. Jaden Spicer from Kentucky. Okay. Yep, I'm being told first come, first serve. It's being very specific. And I have to put the name down. I'm being told. That name. Okay. Gretchen missing. Shelly T. Gretchen missing from West Virginia. And I don't need the last names. It's not important for me to have the last names. Not that they're any less valuable. I just don't. It doesn't matter. You guys can send me pictures and not any names, or you can just send me the first name. It's fine. Or if you have the whole name, it's fine because anything we do, we're going to be doing together on here. Lane. In my area, they just found the grave of a young man who would have been missing 2 years, August 23rd, Sheldon Bennett. Poor sweetie. Miss T. Amy Bradley. Hi, Miss Nikki. Also, to those who had to Zoom with me, my husband came and fixed whatever. And the weird part about it is, you guys didn't once see me get up and move any wires around, correct? Nikki, you would be one of them to be able to answer that because my husband said something went crisscross and I said there's no way because it just went blank out of nowhere. The microphone stopped working and he had to fix the microphone in a different place, which I thought was odd because we were sitting here. So the next Zoom live for you guys, my members perks, for those who are my members perks on my members perks program, we do Zoom lives and we meet each other face to face. We do readings like we do on here, but it's more detailed. It's just more. That's it. There's just more time with me. We'll be doing a 2-hour Zoom live for the members perks next Wednesday. I've already set it up. I will be sending you guys more invites. This time it'll be 2 hours this way, or even 2.5, just to be on that safe area so Zoom doesn't cut us off. Because if you only put it in for that one specific time, it's going to cut us off at that time. So 2.5 hours next Wednesday, my members perks program people, you and I. So I'm giving you guys whoever doesn't have their email sent to me, send it to me that are my perks people, because if you're not sending me your email, I can't send you an invite to the Zoom. Okay, honey. I'm hearing the name Anne. Loving my babies. Do you know Anne? I'm not sure if I'm just getting a shorter version of something. I'm hearing almost like an Anne. Oh, that's your mom, this middle name. Oh, that's funny. I'm also hearing an Anne. Well, let's look at it this way. Look at Loving My Babies. Look at the candle. Flickering really fast. And it just zoomed in. Also, the last name Martin. Martin. Or it could be a first name, to be honest. April, I have yours, and I sent you I have sent you a request, the last one. I don't know if it's you just didn't get it, but I will make sure you will be the first one I add, because I had a hard time with. See how it slowed down? It's not anymore, and it focused again. See that? Loving my baby, honey. Now we get on a personal level. You are connected with me inside of this and outside of this. We are very close with each other. She is like my sister. I don't know if this is personal to you. If it is personal, let me know. And don't say it on here if you don't want to. What's pay debt mean from mom? If you don't want to say it on here, don't. It's okay. Just message me on my Facebook or my phone. You can just put under there, if you don't want to, you could say something about pay debt. If you don't want to put on here, don't worry about it. Send it to me in Messenger, and maybe we can talk after we're done here. James. Okay, I'm trying not to mess this child's name up. So if I say it wrong, please forgive me. James Yoblonsky. Did I say it right? Yoblonsky. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna write his name down, okay? Palmer. Excuse me. I don't know why I said Palmer. Are you related to a Palmer? That's weird. James Okay, 13. Missing June 12th. Wisconsin. Okay. All right. So we have a few people here. I'm not going to do any more because we're limited on time, and I don't want to. I want to bust right into this tonight. I'm not going to be on a 4-hour live anymore. It takes a lot of energy on me. So we're going to get right into these things. I am going to do a few card readings first because my energy will diminish quickly once I start reading energy. Okay. Let me just look at. Oh, okay. Loving my babies. I got you. Okay. Thank you, Miss Shelly T. Thank you for the super chat, honey. Loving my babies, I got you. We could talk about this after. It makes a whole lot of sense of okay. Um I feel like I'm supposed to I don't want to say random, but do we have a Nicole on here? I hear a Nicole. 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 Oh, okay. Well, what is that card? Hold on, I got to get these cards. When the cards drop like that, those are the cards I got to put up. What are we? Hello, Miss Moondust. Miss Loving My Babies. Okay. These two cards fell specifically. Miss Tina. Yes, I'm happy you're here. Yes, Miss Cool Molly. I'm not used to calling her Moon Dust because Sebastian references her as Miss Cool Molly. So that's the name I know her by, Miss Cool Molly. Hi, Jacqueline. So, self-care energy, okay? Think about this card for you all, if not just a few, okay? When your energy is diminishing, it is waning. I want you to think about the low energies, the depletion, the cleansing, wanting time alone, recharge, retreat. True colors. I've been very extremely busy. I'm just trying to get back. It's like finding that balance again between it's like work, family, play kind of thing where you have to balance it all out now. The veil is thinning. A lot more spiritual energy is coming up, happening. It doesn't matter if I'm at work. It doesn't matter if I'm here. It doesn't matter. I could be at a store. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys have some stories. But I've been seeing things just left and right. Even it could just be anywhere at any time. The veil is thin now, and our worlds are very, very side by side here. So those for self-care, I think you guys like me are so busy. You've got to find that retreat. You've got to go back to the place where you have structure and you have that knowing that you need a break, because it's going to mentally exhaust you and you're just not going to be good to anybody or yourself. So take that card into heed. Not a warning or anything. It's just letting you know, please take care of yourself too. And the word power for this card. Have the power. Have the power to do that. Miss April says, I've taken your advice and started loving myself healthy. I love that. And lost 83 pounds since 12/28. I have so much great energy all the time. And that's where it starts with you and it ends with you. Okay. Everything begins with you in your heart. Magic is in the heart. Love is in the heart. Every single thing begins and ends with you loving yourself and having just love for the want. I hate saying diet. I hate saying you have to lose weight. Love yourself healthy instead of saying diet. It's just more applicable to say and make you feel better about it. So that's that card. Okay, freedom, leap of faith, breaking free, new cycle, fast change, new direction. How many of you guys are looking to go into a new direction, removing the stagnant, going into the new? The cycle is also changing within the wheel of the year. Okay. That's the seasons changing. You have new thoughts, new ambitions you want to go through, but it's kind of like stagnation is taking its toll on you. Make sure that you're just kicking yourself into gear. Don't count 1, 2, 3. Just say, I got to get up. I got to get out of bed. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. Making time for yourself is great. Make sure you have that balance. That's where the cards are coming up. Okay. I want to talk about how important it is to sage, not just spiritually, but it's also something. Did you guys know that smudging your home, it kills bacteria in your house? Sage specifically kills bacteria particles in your house, in the air. Did you know that? Shell Bell. Hey, hey. I'm very excited you're here, honey. Deborah, hi. And for that Zoom live that we did with the people that were on there, I had spoke specifically to Miss Barbara, and I spoke about a case, if you recall, on there, to the ones that were there. She messaged me a week or so ago. Miss Tammy Penter, hello. And she spoke about getting something in the mail, and it just so happens to be something that I was pertaining to her too. And we couldn't figure out what it meant, but now it makes perfect sense to her. So that was great. That was the one thing we couldn't figure out, that we couldn't validate, but it was something that was coming in the mail for her. So she knows exactly what I mean. So for saging, for smudging, do you guys know the process of smudging? Do you know the point of smudging is to cleanse your home of energy that is just sticking around? You cannot, just so you know, you cannot smudge and get rid of land spirits. They are there for life. There's a reason why they're there. Some are protectors, some are just there as guardians. But the smudging, personally, you smudge your home and it kills bacteria in the air. For those that are allergic to it, you don't have to use the smoke. You can put it in water. You can use water, and you can place it in water, and you can spray it around your house. Does it kill bacteria in the air? No, because you're not using the smoke part of it. That's the one thing. I've been using more mugwort, um, chicory root, sweetgrass. I feel is more because it smells just like the word sweetgrass. It smells like a very beautiful. Elizabeth, I was just thinking of you and bam you. Well, that's good. I'm glad. Um, but when you smudge your home, to those who can smudge their home with smoke and that are not allergic to it, you always open your windows and you always move in a counterclock position from the bottom floor and you move up to whatever level you have available. Always start counterclockwise. Remember, you're removing. So removing is going backwards. And when you're done with that, you also want to bring love back into your home. You want to create a positive effect. So because smudging takes away good and bad, it like levels out everything. You want to bring a loving scent back into your home, whether it's lavender, whether it's music, whether it be any, you just use something that's going to bring that loving feeling back into your home. Most people don't do that. Palo Santo too. Yes, I use that as well. Very good. I also use Palo Santo in water. I spritz that around my house too. I think that's a very beautiful method because it brings spiritual healing into your home as well. Go for it. Another good thing to use is lemon and salt. Also, onions, very pungent smelling, but if you go look up the history in onion in major religions, onion and garlic are actually a protector. It's used in protection, in spiritual protection. So, onions, garlic, and lemons you can use specifically just the way they are and place them around your house and windowsills or under beds or under nightstands. Yeah, they give you that oof smell, but the pungent is what keeps energy away. It does not like, it's like the pull of the energy. It's like hitting a wall. Um, when you use a lemon, I want you to pour salt on top of it. And I want you to put it in a place because lemon and salt are not harmful to animals. Animals aren't going to go near salt and lemon. So don't ever worry about your animals going near it. You can place it under your bed. You can place it in places where things aren't going to be touched and moved. Just place it under a couch, place it under a bed, place it under a window on a windowsill. You place it in your closet, and it has a great smell too. Lemons have wonderful smells. Um, you also can put salt in your shoes. Now, you can take out the soles of the sneaker or the shoe you're wearing and you can put salt in it. Why? Salt cleanses energetic fields. It's a very good thing to use. I put salt in my shoes sometimes. It's like balancing, cleansing your energy. Remember, our feet are always in touch with something. So it helps with sweat. I think, but it's really a spiritual practice. If you guys hear anything tonight, just timestamp it. You might hear it. I may not. It might be vice versa. Um, a lot of people have been coming to me saying they've been viewing my videos and um, they hear a male voice, they hear a woman. I got one that said they heard almost like a dog. I'm not sure. I think that part of it goes back to um, you can use regular old table salt. You can use Himalayan salt. You can use sea salt. You can use black salt. You can use, I usually, everything I use, I make myself. If I don't have anything made, I just use good old fashioned table salt. Um, So if you guys hear anything and I don't mention it, timestamp it because you might hear something I'm not picking up on. Um, I think I'm going to have to talk about this one tonight first. I hear Tracy and but I hear Norman, Tracy and Norman, Tracy Norman. Do you guys is there a Tracy Norman on here, or maybe is there a Tracy Norman missing? It just could it could be the Tracy Spencer that asked me to talk about Norma Brown missing from Kentucky. But look that up for me. Oh, you live on, I can't, I'm done with you. Tracy says, I live on Norman Road. Okay, well, I'm gonna put you as number one tonight because I feel like just to have that pop up is funny, and I can't, I just can't. What about a patty? Tracy, do you have a patty anywhere in your family? Patty? Tina says, I have a twin sister named Tracy, and my mom's name is Patty. Spot on. A cousin and my mom's sister-in-law. Okay. Two more things one more thing actually that I was gonna touch base on tonight is crystal grids and protecting your home. A lot of people don't realize crystals have a vibration of their own. and they actually can cleanse your home without having to do anything else. If you make a crystal grid around your home, which is putting a crystal in each corner of each room, so obviously we have 4 walls most of the time in each room. Some people only have that half because they're open space. Hi, Lou. I just felt like something in my ear. Ugh, I had to do the turn. Well, hello. Um, if you put one of these in each corner of your room, the first thing I want you to do though is you want to literally tell it what to do, because everything has a vibration. Some things need to be mechanically or spoke of what they need to do. What is their job? And you can let a crystal know by saying to it, I need you to be this. I need you to do this in my home, for whether it's protection, for healing, for cleansing, for anything of that nature. Just tell a crystal what you need it to do and put it in the space that you want it in that specific space. We obviously know amethyst is a very well-known crystal for keeping you balanced from spirit, and also helps you with spiritual attacks. It keeps your energy flowing correctly. It doesn't have that overpowering sense to it. Keeps you calm. Also helps with headaches too. Um, well, any of mine, I never order crystals because you never know what you're going to get. I go to my local shops, or when I travel, I will go and look for the spaces that have crystals. And this chunk costed me about $60. I have a bigger one in the back, as you can see, those 2 huge ones, those 3 back there. I got those at my local shop. They're a little bit around the same price, maybe a little bit more. But you can always tell when you have a real crystal on your hands, because it doesn't have, and you want raw crystals. You don't want the ones that are finished, really. This is why this one is so choppy. Um, you see how it's just the way it is. And those are the best ones that you want. You see how it's still got the scraping marks on the bottom from cutting it out? You want the naturalness of the crystal, because once I have a rose quartz that's shaped, but I don't really care for them too much. But that one I was pulled to, so that's why I bought that one. But anything that is rough is in a natural process still. So you want what's always natural. Spirit Aura Quartz. This little piece right here is a very expensive piece. This is about 20 bucks. But I buy it because eventually I'm going to turn it into a necklace and wear it. Yeah, raw crystals definitely, Molly, are better. They're in their natural raw stage, and the energy isn't. The energy just is still the same from when it was taken. It's not any fixed ones. Do I have any more that are? See all the ones in the back here, right behind me. See, these are all in their natural state still, almost. The I have a bigger chunk of this. That's what's back there. I have um, smoky quartz. It has chunks and chunks of different. If I was to bring it up, you guys could see it better, and you'd see all the little in betweens of it all. How it's the crystals are sharp this way and sharp that way. That's what you want. Yeah, definitely. We could do that. You'd have to get the stuff for it. Um, you you want to, well, first of all, copper is a conductor. Um, all metals made from jewelry have a specific use. Um, Gold is power, silver is divination, copper is a conductor. So when you wear copper, copper is going to infuse with your energy to make you a conductor of energy. So you actually might be a bigger magnet for divination, like psychic abilities, things of that nature, like psychic dreams. Copper is one of the biggest conductors in any form of magic, besides silver. Unfortunately, I can't wear silver. Um, it makes my skin completely blister in the seconds that I put it on. Aggie, Miss Aggie, where have you been, Dolly? Um, we definitely can do that on a Zoom though, Molly. Miss Molly, Miss Molly. Um, the tools are very inexpensive. You can go right to any craft store, and you can get. I wouldn't suggest whatsoever you put holes in. A lot of people that make jewelry from crystals, they put holes in it. You don't do that. You disturb the energetic field. If you ever see a crystal that cracks or breaks automatically, the energy is severed completely. So if you ever get something that cracks and breaks in half and you keep it, there's no point. The energy is completely, there's a reason why it bursted. The energy field is broke too. So we should make a date on that. Cool, Molly, we definitely can do it. Yeah, you can wrap it in copper. You can even get fabric necklace. I used to wear my necklaces in like fabric instead of. I have to be very careful with certain metals on my body. I'm not sure why. I'm super sensitive. If you can see these little chunks here, you see how they're just imperfect, but they are perfect the way they are. Think about that. They're imperfect, but perfect. And they align with your energy field. They have a specific use, a specific understanding to your energetic field. Okay. It's 9 o'clock. I want to start getting into. I want to start because I want to be off here by 10 o'clock. Excuse me, 10:30 or 11 o'clock. I'm not sure yet. I'll give you. Not sure just yet, but I want to make sure I'm not energetically draining myself so I can be on here more. My hair is a little messy, but I don't care. Hope floats. Hi, Dolly. Mm-hmm. Just be careful with putting anything in the car. Some crystals act as a well, they are conductors of energy. You have to remember, solar light, the sun rays, can actually make them burst. So you never put anything like this, anything with color in the sun, it will bleach your crystal. Yeah, I've been good, hopeful. I just been busy, trying to balance everything and trying to be on here and balance family and work and having fun. And summer's almost over. I got to tell you, I'm ready for the heat to be done. I can't do the heat much more. I am a spring and fall girl. I'm not a big winter person and I'm not a big summer person. I mean, if it's around 70-ish degrees or a little bit higher, that's fine, but 90s constantly is not for me. Um, I think we got all the things that I wanted to talk about. Clint. Oh, this guy. Huge. I know, right? It's not something I usually put my stuff in, but I'm going to siphon it out and put it in glass. Um, so this little concoction is a lot of protective herbs. And what I do is I let it sit in water. Now, mind you, this isn't a pretty smell when opening this bottle. It's a very pungent, I guess you could say ruthless smell. You can add essential oils. A lot of essential oils are very protective in spirituality. You can put in patchouli, you can put in myrrh, you can put in lavender, you can put in lemon. You can put a lot of different oils to make it smell good, but I like the untouched version. Even though it stinks, um, I just rather do it naturally and it's going to do exactly what I need it to. This is water, good water. It's not tap water. This is chicory root. This is mugwort. This is seal of Solomon. This is rue. This is horehound. This is angelic root, bay leaf, and olive leaf. All of those things are in here, just soaking in the water. This stuff has got potent, powerful punch to it when it comes to cleansing your house. I like to use waters because you have to remember, waters in spiritual practice are huge. Smoke is huge, but waters are just as powerful as smoke. So if you guys want that recipe, you guys can go back to this video and listen, or you just message me on Facebook. That stuff you can spray around your house. If you're not used to pungent, that's fine. The smell does eventually go away, but the fact of the herbs being magical and having a spiritual, powerful punch is what we're really after here. Like I said, I would suggest to those who are not used to something like that, use pure essential oils. Don't use that. Do not use the fake stuff in the stores. If it doesn't say pure essential oil 100%, don't use it. I also suggest you use glass. You can store it in a glass jar and just take some out and spritz it around with your hand. That's fine. But that was the only thing I had on hand today, so that's what I'm using. Now let's get into it. Aggie, why is your name being mentioned, dear? Let's see. Aggie, I 2 cards for you. Inner child and fears, illusions, healing. Okay. Limitations, anxiety, comfort zone, overthinking, negative outlook. Wounded, wounding, coping mechanism, learned behaviors, self-discovery. If I may, let me just ask you this. Did your mom go through something in life that you currently are going through or already went through? Did she I hate to put it in ways, but I just don't know any other way to bring it across. Did your mom put up with a lot of things in life from a person or like a spouse or a boyfriend or a partner, and you took on them same traits? That's, for some reason, I'm getting something about you need to switch the pattern, break the pattern on that. What does that mean? I do know that you spoke about, okay, yes, okay. Um, you're overstimulating yourself with keeping yourself in a mindset that when I say you're victimizing yourself, don't take that in a manner that is rude. You haven't been able to heal the part of you as a child that somewhere severed in that way. And you took on mom's traits of someone doing something to her because she wasn't able to heal herself. So you took it on and more or less took on the same traits. Okay. Now, can you fix it? Can you break that? Absolutely. You're not, you're, and I don't, and I, when I mean you're victimizing yourself, I don't mean that whatsoever rudely. Um, you have to stop blaming yourself for things. You have to stop allowing yourself um, to be your own prisoner in your mind. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not your fault. If you could have, should you, would you, That's the things that you say a lot. What if I just did this differently, or what if I did this better? Um, it wouldn't have. I would have. He wouldn't have left. He wouldn't have cheated. He wouldn't have. There's nothing that you did wrong as a person for someone to misuse you or mistreat you. Okay, you have to get out of your own head. You have. Our thoughts are our biggest jail cell. We have to get out of that thought process where we blame ourselves for something that really wasn't our fault. You have to tell yourself, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything wrong. It's not my fault. You have to stop counting on your fingers what you did wrong, because there isn't anything you did wrong. You just so happen to attract somebody that hurt you. And you have to heal yourself, because you're going to keep attracting anybody into your life that is broken. Okay, it's like a magnetic pull. If you victimize yourself, you're going to attract victimizing people to you. It's like a form of a snapback magnet, rubber band. So get out of your head, get out of those thoughts, and understand that you are amazing. You don't keep blaming yourself for things, because when you tell yourself, I am a good person, I deserve love, I deserve happiness, I deserve respect, that's the kind of attraction you're going to bring into you. Okay? Now, as you can see, loving my babies, that candle, since we stopped talking about mom, it relaxed. It hasn't moved. It's just nicely formed there. The light is calm. It's at peace. I think that was the point of her wanting to get that across to you. I think you've been asking her for information, asking for her for advice, and I think that was just her way of telling you. It might be crazy right now with the flame, her telling you, but everything's going to calm down and slow down. Okay. So I am going to go to the first person here and see what I can pull through. Miss Norma Brown, missing from Kentucky. I'm going to try to go in order here, unless I get somebody different first from the list. You're welcome. And it's okay, Hope Floats. Everybody's a mess at some point in life. And you know what? You have to remember something. Some people bring that out in us. Some people make us these distraught people. And hi, Patricia. It's definitely something that we cannot let people have power over us. We cannot give people the power over us to just completely make our life miserable, hell, make us distraught, make us double think something. Somebody one up on us. You have to remember, you are in charge of your own life. You are in charge of your thoughts, how you feel. So what if that person moved on? So what if that person, was it okay they hurt you? No, but their future is already set in course. When you have unhealed people, okay, unhealed people will go hurt people. Okay, when you have people that have not understood their path, they're going to go into someone else that has their shit together, and they're going to go screw up somebody else's path. You have to remember, what we attract, what we do, it all matters. But when you go hurting somebody, that matters. There's going to be something set into motion for them that's going to happen to them in a way that is going to be a reflection of what they've done to people. So Well, let's Aggie remember something, honey. You made it through. You are a survivor. You are living. You are you don't let that be in your don't do not stay behind the prison doors in your mind. Okay? You are here, you are breathing, you are living. Just remember you are important, you are worthy, you deserve. And those are the things I want you to implement in your mind. It's very terrible that someone would treat you that way, do that to you. At the end of the day, you are a survivor. You are not a victim, you are a survivor. And that's the mentality I want you to have. Because the person that hurts you sees you as a victim. But you're not a victim, you are a survivor. You are strong, you are capable. Their future is already set for them for what they've done. You are on a new path, okay? And everybody here will literally have your back. Okay, let's get into a Norma Brown from Kentucky. Already I'm starting to have issues with my throat. And I'm just going to write down things in case anybody comes back to this and needs my information. You can go back to the video. Some people don't want to watch the video, but some people could go back and say, hey, what was in your notes about such and such person? That's why I always write everything down. Or sometimes I write down things from spirit that I don't even realize I'm writing. Yep, love yourself healthy. That's right. Now, what about Amy? Amy. Did we have an Amy here? I think Amy was one of the people that I wrote down. Do I need to do Amy first? I feel like there was an Amy. Yes, an Amy Bradley. I'll put her over here just in case. Okay. Amy Bradley. I don't know which one I should do first. Amy, I really would like to go with Miss Norma Brown first from Kentucky because that's So if I ask you questions on this, Tracy, are you going to be able to answer them to verify them for me? Do you know timing that she went missing? Do you know if she was out? Things of that nature, because I have something coming through. And turning around. That's fine. Do you know? Okay, let me put it this way. Do you know anything that was put out about her missing case? So you'll be able to answer something if something comes through for her, so to speak. I'm going to tell you what I have so far. This is why I'm asking you this, because I need you to be able to tell me this is if this is a yes or a no, like the timing she went missing, or something strange to me, because to me this is night. I feel like I see nighttime, like someone is. I see a female, and it's like I don't want to say nighttime. I want to say it's the in between, like the night, day turning into night, kind of that in between dusk time. I'm almost seeing this woman. she's It's almost like I see her walking somewhere, and there's someone behind her following her, and it's like she turns around and she looks at this person, but then I also have the word choke. No, I couldn't tell you that. Okay, so this is what is coming through so far. I just wanted you to understand and know that. Um, you guys can feel free to look this case up, and you don't have to tell me anything um, unless something I say is validated. I prefer not to know. That's how I do my work. Anything that I've stated, I'd like somebody to validate for me. Absolutely. Norma Brown from Kentucky. Yes. Because I'm having a lot of issues with my throat. I hear the word choke, but I'm just going to say this is what I'm seeing at this present time. Now, is this for an Amy or is this for a Norma? Norma. Okay. No, I know that, Tracy, but I'm asking my guide here. I'm asking to make sure because I heard an Amy and there is an Amy Bradley as well. So I want to make sure that I'm not mixing up Amy's information with Norma's information. That's why I just asked um, who is this information that I'm receiving for. Hi Sharon, I'm good. I'm good. See what I'm saying? Brown. You know what? How about you guys just send me a picture of Norma? I want to see if the woman I'm seeing is her. I see a white woman. I don't know if Miss Norma is white or if she's of African American descent. I don't even like saying that because I feel like that's just wrong to say. She is white. Okay. Because I see a white woman. There was a man named with her. Okay. Um to me I see almost like this woman uh walking almost like is she I don't want to say she's walking like on a walk. I'm not sure as what I'm seeing just yet. It's like she is walking to something to somewhere to I don't want to say destination. It could be into but to me this is outside. This is not inside of a home. And she turns around and it's like this man. I'm not going to say a man. I didn't see a man, but to me it's a man. Um and she speaks of choke so far. His name was Kevin Howard. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Someone sent me something here. Um, oh, okay. All right. Um, for some reason, I'm getting the word Karen with this picture. She might have known a Karen or was with somebody by the name of Karen that day. Okay. Several hours. Something about several hours. Also path given, known. Whole or hope? Seven. When I see seven in a reading, um, it's usually yes, I got it, honey. I'm looking right at it right now. There was the name Karen that came up looking at her picture. No, that's not telling me her name is Karen in any way. Karen is somebody that she might have known, a relative of hers, or somebody she could have been with at a place that day. Um, when I see seven in a reading or is mentioned to me, it's usually a date, a time, or number seven is the creation in the Bible. Something was created, an issue was created. It doesn't mean it was her that created an issue, but something to do with creation and the happening to her. like a creation plan to create something. So this had to have been um, this to me was a plan thing. This wasn't something that was random. This was something that was planned for some time. And the word path keeps coming up as well. Let me see. Thank you, Deborah. I have the picture. Somebody sent me the picture. Let me just take these glasses off first. I don't want anybody to be able to. Was the cause of death spoken of? Can anybody answer that? Or has it just not been talked about yet? Gather. Function. You don't think they found her body? Okay. Let me just sit here for a moment, guys, and sit quietly so I can look at her picture and see what comes through for me, okay? Howard. Something. Violation. I don't want to use the R word. I'll say violation. R word and violation for me, you all know what that means. Um, when I see her picture, I'm also getting it's like I'm seeing from her point of view. It's like it's almost like something shiny of a reflection going in front of her. Her eyes see it, like something in the hand. Something to do with her mouth. She would have been hit in the mouth area. And this would be her. I'm looking at it from my perspective. To me, it's not, I'm looking towards the left, but I'm actually looking at the right on camera. So she would have been hit in the right side of her mouth. Um, so the man was left-handed. If you hit with your right hand, you're gonna go. Does that mean you would hit the left side of the face with the right hand? Not necessarily. Maybe. The right side of the face. Something to do with the right side of her face and her throat and neck. Her hair was pulled. What is it? About money. So when something happened to her, I'm getting like a lot of things from the back area. Like to me, the person would have came up behind her. It's a lot of seeing things from the back and her turning to face, and it's like looking at. It's like turning around and looking at your person that's going to assault you. It's very disturbing, like the fear in her face. It was unexpected for sure. This was a planned thing. Um, I think he knew her. Um, does it mean she knew him? I don't know yet. I'm not getting that vibe. It's almost like it was an unhealthy. It was an unhealthy. Um, did she like him or did he like her? But it's almost like it wasn't mutual. I guess. Let me just put my glasses on here. Oh, that's the path. That's the path. Okay. Um, I don't know if she reciprocated. Let me put it that way. I don't know if she reciprocated the person's feelings as if she knew him. Um, if she knew him and it was something that they were together, like a relationship, it's almost like it wasn't. It was either fairly new or it was just something that just doesn't fit to me. Like the pieces of the puzzle aren't fitting between the male and the female. I'm not sure. I remember. I think I did read something Howard, um, but I hear the name Howard, so um, I don't want to say the word, but violation. Um, to me, this woman was hit in the mouth. Um, I think she would have fought. To me, this man is taller than her. Um, um, let's see. Hold on a second. I think I seen someone say she was walking down last. Okay, Juanita said last seen walking along a road with a man. Okay. Um, Hope floats. What's your question on this? I'm being asked to ask your question on this. What's this? Hope. Hope floats. Are you still on here? What was your question? I feel like there was a question. I do want to ask one more question before I go to the next person, though. Hope float. Are you still on here, honey? Did you ask for someone? Um, I don't think you did. I don't think you did. I don't know why Hope floats would be mentioned in this specifically. Okay, to my guides, please, I have to ask a favor. I want to be on here and answer questions as long as possible. So if you could please help me not feel so much of the person's pain or the things that they went through because it's really hard on me to feel that. If you could just show me more than and not give me the effects of it. What happened to Norma Brown? What happened to her? Can you tell me where a location maybe? Um Again, this has got to be okay. Uh Hi Cassie. Um this has to be something. Hi Ginger Bell. This has to be something that either started out earlier in the day, maybe, and ended at night because how I see her, it's like almost like she's turning around to look, and it's like a light in her face almost, like and it's like almost like I see darkness in the back, like it's almost like someone is taking her down to this place, and it's dark there, and she turns around, and there's a light in her face almost. Reflective, reflective. Michelle Scott, hi. Sharon, sorry, is this the live? I will do my best tonight. Yes, honey, I will do my best. Sure. Um, something reflective. She sees like this reflection. I don't know if maybe she was hit and she saw the reflection of it coming towards her, or the light of something. I wonder if this was reflection of the lights of the car, maybe something she was moved in that way. Um, can you give me anything about Norma Brown? Can you give me like a location possibly in an area, a street name? Um, gee, that's wooded area. Okay. Um, wooded area. Okay, that's okay. How about a street name, a a marker of a street, a highway marker, something that would help with the pull of where she would be. You know, I was thinking that maybe a flashlight. They're talking about a wooded area, specifically wooded area. Where is this wooded area located? Can you give me an area, a county name, something that would help me give something to the public to help them? It almost sounds like Demi. Right now, I'm working on a Norma though. Okay. Um, it almost starts like with the letter P, like a, and then I hear pa. It's almost like Pav. That's like the PAV or Pav. I was thinking maybe pavilion, but that's not what I heard. I heard PAV, Pav. Oh, Powell. Okay. And I assume that's the place where she went missing. I would assume. Um, I'm not going to say assume, but couple counties over. Oh, okay, okay. But to me, I don't get a couple counties over though. To me, it's like To me, it would almost be like where he took her life, it would have been someplace remote, but someplace close, if that makes sense. Um, but there was also a car as well, though. It wasn't just on foot. It would have been something. To me, I don't think he walked her to the place where he was going to take her life and leave her there, so to speak. To me, this was. Hi, Mandy. To me, it's almost like, yes, she was walking. Excuse me. He did take her life, but it's almost like destinations are different. But she's still not far away. She's not. He didn't. He didn't care enough to take her far away, but he also made sure he hid her very well. Um, stone, stone, stone. There was stone, stone wall. Where would that be? Oh, okay. So why do I get something different? Um, all right. Um, why do I get she's closer though? It's different. It's like a feeling of, like in the Emily Noble case, um, she kept telling me um, something about county, but it turned out to be she was not that far from her home. And it's like almost like a, it's almost like where she was seen walking. I'm just confused because there was a car involved. I don't feel like they drove off far away. I just feel like it was pure hatred, violation. Um, but he didn't take the time to move her far. But I'm going to tell you what I do have, okay? The few things that just came up when I asked a destination, a place, I heard the word Stonewall, Powell, path, and also the number 7. How far away is Powell from the place that she went missing from? I mean, you guys can let me know that, but I will ask anyway. So I won't be looking at the screen for a few minutes. Was she moved? Was she taken to one area and unfortunately her life was ended there, and then was she moved? Because I don't get that. I don't have that feeling at all. Um okay. I hear the word ravine. It's almost like I see, this is kind of graphic too, so viewers discretion is advised for some of the things I do say in here. If some people aren't used to hearing this kind of thing, I see I see her being rolled down this leafy hill. I don't know when she went missing, but it's almost like in an area where it's a lot of leaf coverage on the ground. It's not a maintained place, but it would be deep down in. And I hear the word ravine. But if you guys can let me know, um, path, Powell, Stonewall, number 7, and ravine. Does that mean it's all in order? No. But these are the four things that I heard, and then I heard ravine loud and clear. I don't feel where her life was taken, that she was moved that far away. But Powell comes up, or Powell, okay. But Powell, path, 7, stone wall, also ravine. So also the word construct. I mean, it could be construction. Can anybody verify any of this stuff here? Powell is a common last name. Um, but for me, I'm just going to emphasize this because I have to emphasize this. My whole body is telling me this girl was not moved very far from where she was taken or her life was taken. But it's also in a place that's probably unreachable almost. Like she would be deep down in something, down in like a ravine. Somebody would have to climb down in there, somehow get down in that area. Um, you get what I'm saying? Katharina Salazar says they said she was last seen getting into a car with a man from her residence in Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Okay. Um, to me, she's not far from where her life was taken. Um, okay. What's a county? Powell, right? Twenty-seven Kentucky heirs for missing every once in a while. Um, revenge. For what? What would be revengeful for him to do that to you, honey? Hmm. I hear the word revenge, not him, twice. I also feel I also feel she was possibly led away with a gun. She was forced with a gun. Because she's referencing, please stop, as in, um, when I see her, it's almost like she's coming up off the ground. She was on the ground, either he hit her or he did something to her for make her to stand up, and she's saying, please stop. And she's almost like reflecting like this, like something is in her eyes. And this was done at night. This was done at night. This was not something they did in the day. So this was something that they did at night in a remote area where people couldn't see. I mean, I could see the road, how the road, you could see the dust coming up from the road when you, so it being so dry. Um, it's almost like a, I guess you could say a dirt road, but it almost looks white. The ground looks white there, like it's not gravel, it's not I can't really explain it, but it's just it's not a gravel road, but there's darkness on both sides of her and behind her. So this was done at night. That's the point here, Katharina. There's a car, and then she's walking. So I think she was brought there by car, and someone saw her walking. So this is what I'm under. This is what I'm. That's why I question this. Why am I getting something different? I don't think I'm understanding it correctly, and I'm trying to explain how my body feels about it, and I'm trying to give an answer that I feel like spirit is never wrong, but I might be explaining it wrong, and I feel she wasn't moved far from where her life was taken. It's almost like he knew to take her there. He knew where to get rid of her and just not worry that she was going to be found right away. But to me, it was almost like he rolled her down into this, because you can see the tree, you can see the tree lines, you can see the steep, steep hill. And it's like you can see her just rolling down in from where he pushed her down in. And you can just see her rolling down into this deep thing, this deep wooded area. And the word path again. Okay. Wow, it's 10 o'clock already, guys. Um, you know, I wanted to move on to one more person, but I'm hearing Norma again, so I think I have to stay with Norma's case for now. Hello, Colleen. Let's go back to Norma. I'm just going to stick with Norma, I guess, for now. And the word path and creek. Path and creek. Path and creek. Willie. 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 Does anybody know a Willie in this case? Willie. Willie. I'm not sure if she knew a Willie, but I hear the word Willie. Willie loud and clear. I mean, does it have to be a person? No. It could be a road. It could be Willow Road, or but I hear Willie. To me that's a name. So Hi, everybody that's coming on here. Tracy, is the person you know Willie alive or passed on? Okay. That would make a bit of sense here. I hear the word soul, path, create, sever. The word drown and fell, that doesn't mean drown and feller for him, but soul, path, create, sever. Um, that just could be his soul path was created and then severed suddenly, which means he would have died suddenly of an unnatural cause, possibly. And I don't know why I hear nail biter, Tracy. That's weird. I feel like I almost wanted to reach down and bite my nail. Bite my nails. Overdose. Gotcha. Okay. Um, all right. Drown, fell, also nail biter. Drown and fell. Um, that could represent what you are saying in some way, but um, in October, that guy and another guy were charged with murdering a man. That happened in August. In the same year, she went missing. September, they said she knew all three of the men. Okay, okay. I'm wondering if one of them was Willie. Um, Drown Tracy could mean um, sometimes overdoses can do certain things to the lungs, and I'm not even going to discuss it on here because it's not something I should say on here. It's the form of something that happens to the body during that time. And then he fell. I'm wondering if he was also a nail biter. Not that that is a big thing, but to me he would have bite his nails a lot. Also the name Rich. Rich, 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 rich. Terry, Rich, or Tracy, Rich. I almost called you Terry. Or is there, well, is it rich for you, Tracy, or is it rich for the Norma case? That's my question. Powell, Powell. Okay. I have a rich, excuse me, Terry Powell, but I'm not sure if it was Terry because I misspoke her Tracy's name, but I feel like it was supposed to be Terry. So I might leave that one open for discussion. Don't know a rich. Okay, so wondering what this has to do with Norma's case. Okay. I am going to have this case at this time. I want to move to an Amy Bradley. Okay? Amy Bradley. curtain just happened to okay, whatever. Amy Bradley. Lloyd Lama says there is a Stonewall, Kentucky. Amy Bradley. Okay. Yeah, Tracy. I mean, you guys can see I'm nowhere near the curtains here. I'm like this much away from the curtains. It's not drafty in here. It's very calm in here. So, Amy Bradley. My guides, can you please tell me something about Amy Bradley? Amy Bradley. Yeah. I'm not going to look at messages right now, guys. Just so you know, you guys can keep putting them up there, and I'll go back through and look through them before I'm going to try to get something on Amy Bradley really quick. I want to see, and everything that you guys said about the Norma Brown case was validated. So, um, Amy Bradley went missing from a cruise ship years ago. So let's see um, what happened there. Let's see if we can get something to cross for us. Um, you know, when the boats they do that, like almost like the way they would make that sound as a precautionary, or like a docking, you know, that loud noise that they make. Yes, I'm hearing that, but I also hear the word dock too, like docking. The cruise ships dock places um, to certain areas. I'm wondering, was she accounted for coming to port? Yeah, I guess you would say. I'm not too familiar because that's the one thing I'll never do is get on a cruise ship. That will be something that I take to my next life because I cannot get over the fact that my last life, one of my lives that I drowned in. So that's not something I'm willing to get over yet. Sorry. That holds deep, deep unhealed wounds for me from two past lives. So um, I hear the loud horn, also the word dock, and accounted for sailor, bribe. Um, Juanita says there is a documentary about it. Um, like these are the cases that I tell you guys to tell me about. So I have no way of knowing what case you guys are going to bring to me. So when it's validated, it's a great thing. That means spirit is actually, coming through for you guys and giving you answers that you need. Um, so what would you call like I'm oblivious to cruise ship talk on what you would call employees or sailor. Why would we call it a sailor? Is there a reason why I'm being mentioned that way, called sailor? I don't, Juanita. No, I love them, but the ocean and we don't mix in this life yet. Maybe my next life I will be. I don't know. I will. I don't know. Maybe my next life I won't be, but I haven't healed from that yet. Um, I hear the boat horn really loud, I hear it twice. If that makes a difference, and maybe you guys can look up why I hear it twice. I'm not sure. Like I said, this is new for me to speak about a cruise ship because I have oblivious knowledge to understanding what any of that means. I'm completely oblivious to that. Boat, loud, dock, accounted for, sailor, bribe. Also, like almost the word can, like I'm not sure just yet what the can would make a difference. Family has begged a lid searched for answers. Um, cruise happen. Lie. Oh, someone's lying here. I hear the words loud and clear. Cruise happen. Lie. What do you mean? Didn't happen there. Amy disappeared with her family. They were docking when she noticed missing. Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense why I hear boat, loud, dock, accounted for, sailor, bribe. I hear cruise, happen, lied, didn't happen there. I'm not sure what this could mean just yet. Um, Meaning, what do you mean? Hi, well, cruise horn meaning from Google. One short blast generally means the ship is altering its course to starboard right, while two short blasts mean it's altering course to port. Oh, thank you, Cool Molly. You made such a big difference on understanding. Like I said, every symbol means something important to hear it twice. I had no idea if that meant anything. If it was just the way they did things. I don't know. My husband tries to get me to go on a cruise all the time, and I'm like, F no. Nope, thank you. Um, I will not do it. Um, I do want to question this right here. This is what's putting a halt, like the red stop sign. I can't get past the red stop sign here. Um, but thank you, Cool Molly. That makes such an understanding of everybody. Thank Miss Cool Molly because the two loud horn, that means they're stopping to port. That thank you, very very big. Thank you to that, Cool Molly. There is speculation that workers on the ship may have been involved in her disappearance. Um, See, that would have been my first thought, right? Boat, loud, dock, accounted for. Sailor, also the word bribe, also the word can. I don't know that throws me off there. Can. I'm not sure. Oh, can ship, 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 ship. Cruise, happen, lie, didn't happen there. That's my question. Why do I hear that? Um, when you tell me didn't happen there, you're referencing this as to what? Her disappearance didn't take place on the cruise ship? No, lie. I'm being told her disappearance didn't happen on the cruise ship. I'm being told no, that's a lie. It did not happen on the cruise ship. So when she disappeared, when Amy Bradley disappeared, where okay, let me rephrase this. I don't want to ask where because I feel like that's confusing. What location did she disappear from? What location did she disappear from? She disappeared from the port dock. Port dock. Port dock. That's a good question, Komali. I'm going to ask that next. Tammy, that's a good question. That's a good question. They think she was bribed to get off, like for an excursion for her family, but then she was taken. Oh, see, I got she disappeared when they did the docking. To me, this was I wonder. See, I'm confused. Okay, guys, I need you to help me here, because when you tell me the dock, okay, accounted for, ship, sailor, bride, can, cruise happen, lie, right? Didn't happen there. She didn't go missing on the ship. She went missing when they docked port. In the midst of everything. Chain. Two. Welcome, Shell Bell. Hold on a minute, guys. I think someone sent me a pic. Miss Tammy sent me something. Okay. Let me just take off my glasses and read her picture here, okay? Pictures are like they speak a million words to me. I look at their eyes, I study their eyes, I study their facial features, and I study their energy around them in the picture. Okay. Smuggle, smuggle, smuggle. There it is. She was smuggled. She was smuggled. I don't know where at Port docked, or I hear smuggled, also the Caribbean. She was smuggled. She was smuggled. See, now I'm touching the curtains because I'm closer. This girl was smuggled. How was she smuggled? Let me see if I can get this correct. When she was smuggled, how did they smuggle her out of there? Something about trash. Trash. Ran trash. I'm not, see, guys, I need you to help me on this. Oh, it was the Caribbean. Okay. Can you guys see? The only thing I'm doing right now is looking at her picture. I have no understanding of where she was at. That's why I heard Caribbean loud and clear. This girl was smuggled. So, okay, has anybody been on a cruise before? Yes, yes. Anybody? Yes. Can you tell me, or if you maybe you could look it up for me and let me know how they take, what do they do with the trash? At the port, they take out the trash. Can somebody just verify that for me? Because, like I said, I'm oblivious to anything that has to do with a cruise. I want nothing to do with a cruise ship. This girl was smuggled for sure. She could very well still be alive, sadly, and being smuggled for trafficking. Food comes in and out in bins. I believe this girl was smuggled and trafficked. Yes. Trash goes out at all ports. Perfect. That makes sense. Trash. Ran trash. And you heard me ask, how did they smuggle her out? They put her in, I don't know if they use roll-on. Do they carry just garbage bags out, or do they use like the roll-on cans of some sort and roll it in and roll it off? Do they use some sort of, like we would use for, like when we have at your house on wheels? That would make complete sense to me. And they had to have drugged her for her to go that quietly. Roll-on bins is what I have heard. Roll-on bins? True. Good point, Cool Molly. Good point. I don't see, like I said, I'm oblivious. I can't tell you. I hear trash. I hear ran. So this could be someone that was working for the ship, bribed her in some way. Maybe they told her they had something and it was pretty cool, or trash compactor was said to run trash compactor. Two women said they seen her with a band member late at night and never seen again. Um, for me, this poor girl was smuggled. This is the answer to this. She was smuggled. How long ago was this? Um, Also, let me tell you this part because I don't think I even mentioned this to you. In the midst of everything, chain. Also, number 2 and the number 7. Oh wow, 1998. Wow. Oh, be alive. That poor sweet girl is probably no longer with us. When I get my information, oh, okay. Yeah, no, she's no longer with us. Not at all. Okay. Amy Bradley gone. His name was Yellow, the name number. Hmm. This person worked on the ship, part of the ship. I got the word sailor almost immediately though. In a brothel, or was I heard about military man saw her. I do believe she was smuggled into the trade. Um, Caribbean. She did not go missing on the ship. That was a lie. She went missing when they docked at the port, whatever you call it. She was taking out in trash receptacle, some sort of trash receptacle. A bin you would take out trash, especially if they take it out at the port. Someone was waiting there. It's almost like okay, look at this, guys. Tell me something about this. A sailor went in, but he didn't help her because he would get in trouble and saw her photo 3 years later. Planned. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely planned. Um, this kind of like gave me pause. This means something more than just anything. In the midst of everything, chain 2. Can you guys tell me what that means for a cruise? In the midst of everything, chain 2. This has to mean something. Chain 2. Is that meaning like are there different ways people dock off the boat? Are there different entrances of a cruise ship? Like, is there just one entrance and one exit? Is it just people all get off at the same way? Or is it like, is there multiple? Yeah, well, they smuggled her off that ship. There is Lloyd. Okay, because to me, yes, there are different ways to have. Yes, there are different ways. They have a way for food to get out. Okay, chain two means something to me. Chain two, chain two. Can you guys just maybe look that up and see what that means? It could be an entrance to the boat. It could be um, an exit to where entrance or exit to where workers would get off and on. That means something. Chain two. In the midst of everything, chain two. It's very important for some apparent reason. This is very important. I don't know why it's being referenced as chain two. Chains used to anchor boat could mean anchor chains points. They would have a few anchors um, on a big boat. But it's two though. It's two. I don't know. To me, this is an exit or an entrance to someplace on the boat. Chain two. Chain two. But this poor sweet girl was smuggled in the Caribbean. She did not go missing on the boat. Well, technically, if you really want to get, mm, didn't happen there. She went missing. So I wonder if they lured her off the boat. Because when I asked if she went missing on the boat, they said, no, it's a lie. They might have exit points near the anchor chains for access to them if the anchor gets caught up. Service doors would be near chains. I wonder if she's saying the door near the chains, but I wonder if the doors are numbered. Can you guys check that to see if the doors are numbered? It is it chained to or was chained to something? Could make sense. Could make sense. Chain two. Um, to me, it would be more easier to drug her instead of chaining her. To me, she would have been because remember, let's go back to this. Now we can say trash ran out trash. I think she was bribed at first and it could possibly have went wrong, correct? Because she was smuggled in a trash can. So I think something that just didn't seem right to her and it made her think twice. Something bothered her about something, I think. Because I got clear as day she was smuggled through a trash can. So which means this just doesn't add up to me. She didn't go missing on the boat, okay? Because that was a lie. I was told that was a lie. And then she was smuggled by trash can. I wonder if the family even knew um, when's the last time they saw her. Um, because the word apparently also, which kind of gave me like, I don't know. Trapped below. Trapped below. Trapped below maintenance. Trapped below maintenance. Trapped below and then maintenance deck. Hold on. Years later, a woman and her husband were in the Caribbean and she thinks she's seen her in the bathroom and a man was standing. She better be ready to perform. It makes sense, Juanita. There is a deck exit entrance called C2. It's where the chains and a lot of the equipment is stored. Trapped below maintenance deck. Trapped below maintenance deck. Uh, she was seen by a sailor after her disappearance. Okay. Okay. So let's. Um, I'll give it 30 more minutes, but after 11 o'clock, I'm going to stop the reading, okay? I'm getting strange things like different colors, okay? It's being referenced like brown, orange, green, yellow, cross path. Yes, she was trafficked for sure. Yes, she was smuggled. This was not well, now she's not here with us anymore, but she was trafficked for sure. I'm getting all these strange things like all these different colors. No, that's not what I'm getting. I don't get drugs. I mean, I do believe that's how they got her. I don't think it was used by force. I think it was they knocked her out completely. They could have roofied her. Amy was seen with Alistair Douglas, also known as Yellow, in the elevator going to the disco area. Club lights. Oh, I see. I'll tell you guys, some of this stuff sometimes I just don't get. So, but I also have to go with what I feel though, as well as like in the last case we just did, the Brown case. Um, I'm going to say that again. I don't think she's far off from where her life was taken. Okay, Juanita. I hear the Caribbean Isles, not island, the Caribbean Isles. What's that? The Caribbean Isles. Is there a place called the Caribbean Isles? Sometimes my accent interferes with how I speak, so it's I have to really reference words clear. The Caribbean Isles, like moved between islands. Yellow has also been a big part of this case. Oh, so random like the random colors I'm getting. There is somebody by the name of Yellow. I get it. Um, Caribbean Isles. I wonder if that's like a hotel. Can you guys look that up and maybe in the Caribbeans there's some place called that? Because that could be where the place where they brought her to. trip, trip, travel, go, Go west. Go west. Go west. Trip, travel, go west. And I'm being arrowed to the west. I don't know. I'm here. I don't hear islands. I hear Caribbean Isles. Um, not island. It's very distinctive way I'm hearing it. Yes, yes, Fifth Element. Yes. I hear Caribbean Isles is a neighborhood in Apollo Beach, Florida. But remember, we have to go to where Yellow Star is also questioning her dad is on this. Okay. Caribbean Isles, Candace says, is a neighborhood in Apollo Beach, Florida. Um, okay. it's Florida. I don't think I do not believe she is with us anymore. Maybe the inhabitants that took her, or that could be something to do with them. That could be someplace where they live, like in Savannah Snow. I call her Savannah Snow. Excuse me, Savannah Snow Spurlock. I'm going to call her that because that's how she always used to tell me her name. I picked up on the people in her case, and it was the people around her, where he worked and what he did. And uh, let's try that. Okay, the the person that took Amy Bradley and smuggled her. What was the job? What was the person's job? What title did he hold? What was his job title? Okay. Hold on a second here. I just got to look up the song I hear. Um, it's making. Um, Look up this song, and I want you to listen to it and see what this means. It's from Santana, Smooth. It's playing in my head. It's featuring Rob Thomas. It's called Smooth. Can you guys just listen to that quick? Because I can't play it on here because it'll say I copyrighted from music, and I don't want to get in trouble for that. Look that song up quickly. To me, this is either the guy in a band or um, listen to the words, because words are descriptive and cryptive in cases. Sometimes it gives out words in the song that will actually give you um, evidence, so to speak. It'll sway you to a certain area where you'll understand that. I can't play it on here though. I will get copyright, and I don't want to get copyrighted for a song to show you. What is the most western island in the group of Caribbean islands? If you listen to it, let me see if I can pull it up really quick on here. Maybe I can read the words to it to get like see if sometimes I can pull in that way. And oddly, I was looking at sneakers earlier today. You guys can't see it, but it says yellow and white women's Nike sneakers. And I don't know why I was drawn to yellow and white women's Nike sneakers. You guys can't see it because it's like so bright. But I was trying to get you to be able to read the words on top. Give me your heart, give me your arm, let's forget about it. And it's not, it's just like ocean. You know? I wonder if this guy like made her feel like he was in love with her just to get her smuggled out in that way. If you've watched the movie Taken, you will see that in the beginning of the movie where the guy is like, "You want to share a cab? You want to share a taxi? They can be so expensive here in France." And it's something like that, as small as that, that can get a woman taken. Something is so little. So this girl was definitely smuggled. Um, I think I'm being referenced to a band, a specific song, a band itself. So, um, yellow jacket, yellow jacket, yellow jacket, yellow jacket, rim, rim, and also the word tiger. Um, I believe that doesn't mean that she was interested in him. He could have possibly been interested in her, and that was a trigger for him. You have to realize it doesn't matter to a man if they want to do something; they're going to do something. Yellow was the bass player. Yellow jacket, rim, and also tiger. Um, not sure what those two things could mean. Yellow jacket. Yellow. Yellow is yellow was in the band bass player. Okay, that okay. Also, the word jacket, rim, and tiger. So I'm not sure what those few things would mean for this case. Um, a Stefan, not a Stephen, a Stefan. Stefan, Stefan. We could say Stephen or Stefan, but I hear Stefan, Stefan or step on, but I hear Stefan. So let's use these three phrases here. Stefan. I don't want to say Stephen. Stefan or step on. Break. Release. Charge. Hope for redemption. Were they looking at somebody? They were going to charge him. I don't know. This to me this doesn't make sense right here. What was just said to me. Um, break, release, charge, hope for redemption. You think he had a tiger on his jacket? Hmm. Well, we're going to be wrapping this up in 15 minutes. So that was me this time. I'm close. Um, what did you guys think about tonight's live? The ability to tap into these cases that um, were more or less brought on by you guys, more of your guys wanting to look into. Oh, where'd I go? I don't know. There we are. Okay, I guess I can't. Um, our next Zoom live, Tammy, is going to be next Wednesday. It's going to be a 2.5 hour Zoom live for the. Um, I will. People don't have children in that kind of business. If they do, it's completely eradicated from living. It's not something that they're going to allow her to have. Um, 2.5 hour, Tammy, Zoom live next Wednesday. I want to do it at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Obviously, the audio is fixed. No problems tonight. Now, let's see if that happens again, which strangely, my audio went 45 minutes into our Zoom live, oddly. And let's see. I want to finish what we started and when it got cut off. Bradley. I know, honey. Amy. I hear Bradley, Amy. Bradley, Amy. Listen. Time pass. Go. Enough. Will. Given. Let go. Strain. Howard. Howard. Okay. Um, I'm getting information from both the girls now. One of the girls is saying enough time has passed. It's like enough time has passed. It's almost like saying I want to be let go. And then also restrain Howard. Restrain Howard. It's like they're both trying to get words in now because they know I'm shutting the live down. Kelly or Katie Roberts, honey, it very, very well could be Tiger Tattoo. Um, thank you, Miss T. Um, send me again to those members perks for the Zoom. Send me your email on my Facebook. You guys can put it here, but I'd rather you not. That's a privacy matter. If you put it out, you never know what low life from our lives are going to get a hold of your email and send you things. So I try to be very careful with that. Um, you have to have Zoom. Okay, first of all, you have to have for my members perks people. You have to have Zoom downloaded first of all. That's the number one thing. First of all, I'm going to send you an invite through your email. some people I have to give you the ID number and all that stuff. For some reason, it doesn't allow everybody in without uh, just being a breeze like that. I have to give you the ID number and the password. For some, I don't know why. You have to send me your email to the people here that are the perks program. Send me the email. You could send it to me Facebook Messenger. I mean, I would rather you guys be more private about that. I would prefer that just to be safe. Um, oh, thank you, honey. Miss Tracy, thank you. You are all very, very welcome. I'm just trying not to like bombard my system with energy. Like tonight, I'm gonna really have to cleanse my energy and ground my energy because these sweet girls, ugh, terrible. It's freaking terrible how you could go on a cruise with your family and be smuggled. It's so disgusting that people are this evil in the world. Mm, terrible, terrible. Um, I do have 10 minutes. Is there a Gabby on here or Gabby, Gabby, Gabby? Aw. Cool Molly says, I read that Amy was reluctant to go on the cruise in the first place. That's so awful. It's like her gut was telling her already. Tammy, I got yours, honey, already. That's how I sent you an invite last time. There are some that didn't know, but I'm telling you on live now. So anybody that goes back and views this video and one of our perks members that weren't on here tonight, you're able to go in. I mean, anybody that needs my email or your email sent to me, please do so. Um, that way you don't miss out on the next live, Zoom live to be exact. The Zoom live is going to be, this session is going to be teaching you how I do my daily grounding and centering, exactly the way I do it. How I show you is how I'm going to show the people on there. Specifically, it's going to be, we do private readings on there. We talk about card readings. I do card readings for people. Oh, that's amazing. Shell Bell. Shell Bell sent 5 True Crime Psychic Medium Profiler gift memberships. So, Laura from Australia. Okay, let me snag a picture of that just so I know. Um, just so I know which ones. Um, we just go into great detail. It's a place where you can tell your private feelings, your paranormal things that have happened, and you're nervous to talk about. Look at the. You see that? How the candle jumped up really high now that we're leaving. Look at that. Really high. Welcome new members. Absolutely. We, like I said, we do private readings, we do card readings, we do learning path. I call it learning path of your gift. We do paranormal cases to where we talk about anything that might have happened. We're just there for each other as people. Um, we just anything that comes to mind, any recipes, we just go into full detail. It's where we also talk about private cases that we really shouldn't give out too much information here. Um, it's also like a psychic reading as well for people. Like I stated, a woman on the live we did. I don't know if Tammy, I don't know if you remember that, honey. Um, I don't remember. I don't know if you remember Tammy Penter when one of our members stated on the Zoom. when I spoke about a case. Well, she didn't understand it because it didn't happen yet. So she received something in the mail, and she reached out, and I'm going to be letting her know. She asked me a question on it, and I have to give her an answer on that. I haven't had a moment to get back to her, but I will see my members perks next Wednesday. You are absolutely welcome. I will see my members for the perks program next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do a 2.5 hour Zoom live. And there we'll be doing some fun stuff. We'll be doing a practice that I do every single day. What I'm showing you is something I do specifically every day. It's not something I'm just telling you to do. I'm giving you my specific way. Probably. And also the next live that I do here, I did promise one of the people on here that she wanted me to contact her sister. And I promised her I would, because I thought I was going to be able to get it done this live. And I didn't get it done this live. So the next live I do on here is going to be an actual live session of me communicating with this woman's sister. So I will be doing that for her. It's I feel like it was I feel like it was Sharon, maybe. Hold on, I have to go back. But that live is going to be dedicated to her sister and contacting her sister for her. It's going to be a one-to-one with her sister. I'm not sure how long that session is going to run. I will do something before I start that so I can get that part done. Like I'm going to pick somebody on here to do a card reading for, and then I'm going to go into the reading of the sister. That is specifically for her, but you guys are able to view it on real time with her. I won't be answering any questions when I do that. That is specifically a one-to-one with me and her, but you are able to watch the spiritual connection between her and her sister, and the ability to talk to her sister from the other side. So everybody have a blessed night. I'm trying to stay on task here and not go over too far on time. I will see my members perks next Wednesday. Like I said, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will put it up on the community board on my page so we don't forget what time and you don't have to reach out and ask. I will be doing that very, very soon next week. And then the week after that, I'm going to do the last week of August. I will be doing the live for the personal reading to reach out to her sister. And I'm going to try to do that off and on to help people so they're able to see from the other side their relatives. So I want everybody to get an opportunity. It's just very time consuming. It's a lot on the body. We all know that. So I will see you all next Wednesday, to my perks people. And then the next live, we will be doing a session for a beautiful soul that her life was lost and the sister really wants to make contact with her. So I will be doing that the last week of August. And then September, I have my normal readings. So I might not be on the first week of September, maybe the second, but if I can fit time in, I will be on the first week September, just one day that week though. I won't be doing 2 days in a week with all the readings I have to do and all that stuff. So I will see you all next week, my members. So get your pen and paper ready. Make sure you have Zoom you have that downloaded on whatever platform you're using, your phone, um, your computer, your laptop. Have all that ready for next week, because next week we will be doing, and um, eventually we can do some jewelry making, and we can talk about the importance of the metals and what you can use it for and all that good stuff. I will be doing some lives from my kitchen on how to make a specific salve um, to use for wounds. That won't be till probably October though, because I have to have a specific. I have it already. I just have to make sure I have all the items, and I have to order some items for that live. It's going to be a specific blend of uh, coconut oil, a specific healing herbs, um, and the information of what you can use it for and how great it was in history. So I want to get all that together. So we'll have that. Okay. But that's going to be on a live. Uh, I will be doing two lives for two different herbal blends. One's going to be on here, and one's going to be on my Zoom live with my members specifically. The members Zoom live for herbal blends are going to be a bit different. There's going to be things that I can show them what to mix and what to specifically use it for, and the magical properties of it. Where here I'm just going to tell you how to do it, what to use it for, and that part you can just look up yourselves, okay? But on the other hand, I'm more in depth because I have the time I need with people on one to one, okay? All right, everybody, you have a great night. Tonight's live, we got a lot of great information. Um, you guys always know that in the live discussions for missing people, you guys choose the people. I don't. Whatever comes through, you validate. So we have a lot of great validations tonight, and I'm really happy that you guys were able to validate everything that came through. And um, personally, I really hope that the Bradley case would be hard. It would really be hard to find her. Um, I think that sweet girl is just wanting her justice. And where you have Norma Brown, who is right smack dab in the middle of the woods, and no one's found her. And I feel like coming across her, an animal is either going to end up, I want to say, digging her skeletal remains up, and maybe by some chance they'll be found. Or people are going to be like recording, walking by, and they're going to look down in with their camera, and they're going to notice something down there. They're going to notice like the remains, and that's how she's going to be found. Okay, my dears, I'm shutting this down. It was great to see you all. I will see you all next week for those that know about the Zoom, okay? Have a blessed night, everybody. Bye bye.